So if your smoke alarm keeps going off, whether it's chirping or it's fire alert tone, and you've tried replacing the battery, you've tried resetting it and testing it, you've tried cleaning it, and it keeps on going off, chances are your smoke alarm is getting old and it's starting to lose its brains. Every 10 years, smoke alarms need to be replaced, so chances are your smoke alarm is more than 10 years old, and it's simply asking you to replace it. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. This is going to be a video on how to replace a hardwired smoke alarm. This whole process is actually really quick and easy, but if you're not comfortable with wires or electricity, just call an electrician or someone more experienced to do this for you. I'm not responsible for your actions, and I don't want to get any comments about someone that accidentally zapped themselves from these wires. With that being said, the first and most important step in this entire process is to make sure the power is off. To do this, I had to use the breaker box, and you can verify it by seeing that the power light on the smoke alarm is off, and it's also not a bad idea to check the wires with a voltage meter. Alright, now that we know the battery is out, the power to the smoke alarm is off, and there's no live wires or electricity whatsoever, we can begin the process. So first off, you're going to unscrew this smoke alarm from its mounting bracket, and then you're going to unplug the wires in the back. You should be able to just pinch them and pull them, and it's unplugged. Go ahead and set this down. Next, we're going to unscrew the mounting bracket. So you just use a screwdriver or a drill, twist it. You don't have to untwist it all the way, and I'll show you why in a couple seconds, but just untwist them a little bit, and then you'll be able to pop your mounting bracket down and slide it off. Now, if your mounting bracket doesn't allow you to just slide it off, then yes, you will have to untwist the screws all the way. Okay, so now we can go ahead and pull some of these wires out of the box very carefully. So once you're done pulling everything out of the box, there should only be 3 wire nuts. So now it's time to install a new smoke alarm. There's hundreds of different smoke alarms out there. If you're unsure about which smoke alarm to get, check out my previous video where I outlined everything you need to know when buying your new smoke alarm. So 2 of these wires power the smoke alarm, and these wires are usually white and black. And then there's a 3rd wire, which is usually red, which will interconnect the smoke alarm with the other smoke alarms. It's about unwiring each wire and then wiring them back in to the correct colors on this new plug. So first, make sure all the wires on your new plug are stripped so that there's metal, and then we're going to start by unwiring this white wire. So you untwist the wire nut, and then it'll come out. Remove the wire from the old plug, which is this one right here, and then we're going to put in the wire from the new plug. And then we're just going to re-screw the wire nut. And then once you screw the wire nut back in, I like to give it just a little tug to make sure they're in there firm. You don't want these wires slipping out when you put it all back in the box. Alright, next I'm going to unscrew the wire from the black wire nut. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the old smoke alarm plug wire, and then put the new smoke alarm plug wire in its place, and the old one's place. And then, simply you're going to re-screw back in your wire nut. Alright, once that's done, I'm going to unscrew the wire nut connected to the red wires. I'm going to remove the red wire that's connected to the old plug, and then the old plug is now loose, and we can get rid of that. And then we're going to put the orange wire, in this case, back to where the old red wire was, and then re-screw in the wire nut. And there we go, the hardest part is done, all the wiring is done. So now what we're going to do is tuck these wires back up into the box. And when you're doing this, make sure no wires become loose, because that could be a problem. And if they do come loose, you're going to have to re-tighten them. Okay, before you plug in your new smoke alarm, you can't forget to install the brand new mounting bracket. So we're going to go ahead and line it back up with the screws, twist it, find a place where you can lock it in, and then screw down the screws. Alright, now that the smoke alarm mounting bracket is firmly on the ceiling, it's just about finding the right spot to plug it in on the back, plugging in the alarm, making sure that there's a good firm connection and the wires aren't going to get loose, and then putting it up to its mounting bracket and twisting it onto the ceiling. Okay, so I just turned on the AC power and I can see through the little hole right there that the green light is on. You can't see it through the camera. So now what's left is we're going to go ahead and pull this out. If it wants to, might have to take out the battery drawer. There we go. This tab is pulled out. That just activated the battery. So the battery's good. And then we're going to test the alarm with the test button. Here we go. Alright, well there it goes, now it's done. So that tested the fire and the CO. And as you heard in the background, other smoke alarms in the background were going off. So that tells me it's wired in correctly, it's interconnected correctly, and I installed this right. So this was a great install, it looks great on the ceiling, and I'm very happy with it. Thank you for watching this video, rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.